points, right? Mavs stars Luka and Kyrie versus Tatum and Brown. Both sides are going to be pushing around 50 to 60 between the two of them. So it's the other two players, and hopefully you can get somebody off the bench that can come in and ignite real often. So we'll see. Hey, yo, Saucy Hill 12. Dang, he combined all the motherfucking days of niggas playing Mario Kart. Hey, I love Mario Kart. They got Mario Kart on PlayStation. I got WWE. I got that. I'm gonna just be honest with you on WWE. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Like, if you like go left, they got me in the chokehold. Like, I'm over here trying to tap out myself. That was confusing because there's a lot of extra shit you gotta do to try to get the fuck up or something. I done slapped the nigga 2-3 times. It'll pop, pop, pop. Kicked him, pop, pop. He hit me one time. I'm like in danger. So I don't really like that, but I'm gonna go get that. What's the name? HR, I listen to you because you have a unique take on everything growing up. What led to you become such an independent thinker and not follow the herd mentally?
His father.
Because I wasn't physically gifted, right? Because I wasn't physically gifted, I had to think on how to get open shots and what I can do to score on certain type of. Because I played adult league, I was 12, 13 playing adult league, right?
That was me.
And playing against adults, so I'll sit at the gym all day, and then you have, the Asian adults, they'll come in like 5 a.m., so they'll be playing from 5 to 7, so I'm playing against them, and from there, you got the Hispanics, right? This is all outside, and then they'll play, and then the Negroes will come when the sun's getting ready to go down.
Yep.
They tans 210 and up. So I'll be there all day playing against groups of adults and learning how to score against this guy, you know what I mean? So I had to be very crafty, watching just, the slow, this slow Hispanic guy, how he gets his shot off, how he plays the game, what he's looking at. So I watched and played against a lot of different basketball players. Right, so in the early age, I wasn't playing against young kids. I was playing against adults, even though they weren't good.
They were better.
Right, with the Filipinos, yes. Even though they weren't talented, but to me they were fucking talented because I was young. So just watching them and understanding little pump fakes, driving, looking at angles, how they get shots off. Once I started growing up and got better with the game, where my physical was there, I already mentally had the game down packed, and from there it was thinking about how someone gets their shot off, right? What they do, how to take, this angle versus this angle. Once I go here, what he's gonna do, shift, and then I start watching a lot of and one tape, not to do the moves.
That's why I like him.
Okay, he threw it in his legs. How can he throw it in his legs and then throw it in his legs? Doesn't he know the dude's gonna do that? And then really watching the technique. Puts it in his hand. This guy has to drop that right foot, and then he throws it to his leg. Then he has to drop the left foot, and then he pushes back, and then that's how he makes it fall. So I was watching a lot of tape, studying on how people were shifting people. Right, instead of just listening to, what at that time NBA analysts would be saying. Some of the stuff they were watching didn't match what was going on in the game, so most of the time I just watched it without the value.
That's another one.
That one, Lord! Here we go, Lord!
The balls they locked in.
He had one of his today. Shoot 1,500 a day. I know he's right. I know you shoot 1,500 a day.
1,500. He said they shot Cap down.
1,500 a day.
Hey, look. I hear you. Hey, look. Talk your shit. This 1,500 is 1,500.
A lot of shots.
300 sometimes feel like 1,500.
300 sometimes feel like
I get it. How you be like, shit, 1, 2, 30, 10, 50, 1. Shit, I did 51. Shit, I get it. I know you don't know. Talk your shit. Hey, no, that's the funniest part. Hey, 300, hey, 1,500 shots. This shit, 300 be do feel like that shit.
Yep.
That'd be the funny thing, because you can sit out there all day and then look up, and that shooting machine be like, yeah, you took 400 shots, and you feel like you've been out there for 2 hours, and it only been 30 minutes. But as a hooper, we know his ass wasn't shooting no motherfucking 1,500 a day. I wish Kyrie and Luka would have said how many shots they took, because it would have only been about 300.
Mm-hmm. Dribbling is most important.
1,500 a day. You know, Steph only takes about 375 makes a day. They'll shoot about, like if you're playing horrible, about 700 shots. But 1,500 for a shooter, stop, shut up. Didn't Kobe take 1,000 a day? the cat shot looked like Kobe's. This nigga shot 1,500 shots, missing wide open threes.
That nigga's a bum.
Tell that shit to the media all you want, dog.
That nigga's a bum.
That motherfucker, yeah, this nigga say anything. But hey, it's easy. It's still 100 minute, man. And we're probably the best podcast. Hey, appreciate it, man. Hey, man, all I know how to do is work. Mavs will out rebound Celtics most games. Hey, and that'd be crazy if the Mavs is a smaller team. Out rebound.
Yeah, they will. They're faster.
Let you know, man, they plan to win, man. They ain't.
Out there to play with
Do
you.
you think Dallas would put PJ Washington, Derrick Jones on Tatum Brown to at least annoy him? That's the only people they could put on him. Soul Train. Damn, Soul Train, your name don't match your picture. Oh, hey, all I'm saying is, listen. You must date a lot of black girls, man. Be confident enough to put your name to Soul Train. Come up here in white face is all I'm saying. I appreciate it. You mine. Johnny Kilroy, Gil, I have the perfect Rudy trolling shirt for you. Where can I send? Hey, Miss Sunshine, I need that shirt, Miss Sunshine. Oh, I got MK1. I got that for real. I got MK1. Hey man, listen. Why y'all gotta listen? Y'all got Caitlin Clark out here stressing y'all. Look at this, where she at? Come on.
Being competitive is who I am. It's what I've done my whole career. I think at times there's ways I can probably channel it a little bit better, but that's just basketball at the end of the day. That's never gonna change. I'm never gonna lose that. I feel like I'm getting hammered. I don't know. I appreciate Christy getting a tech too. Like, I don't know.
Is that Clark?
Yep.
I can tell you right now, when white women are stressed, shit's changing, y'all.
Yep.
She up there stressing the motherfucker. Hey, y'all got her out there stressing, and I can tell you this one. You don't stress white women in America, boy. Hey, listen, I watched her, listen. I watched her against Sparks. I watched her against the Sparks. And I can't quote her. I can't tell you if she said it, but I know damn well she was faking it. I know damn well she was faking it. It was number 25 was guarding. And I don't know if you know who 25 is. Let's just say she ain't the feminist of the feminine, right? She still had hair on her legs, and she was roughing her up. And I swear, Caitlin looked at the ref and said, "Can you get this nigga off me?" Hey, I was like, God damn it, she's right. Get that nigga off her, God damn.
Right?
The hell do you think this is? That's the WNBA, God damn it. You get this motherfucking nigga off me, God damn, just try humping the fuck out my leg. But I know that's what Can she do this in public? This is children is here. Y'all gotta change this shit up quick. Sure enough, though, they're gonna have to change the rules up.
Yep.
I don't care what nobody say.
Not
They
gonna
can say
touch
whatever
that.
they want to say. Oh,
That's
she's
Tom
privileged,
Brady.
she's this, she that. They're gonna change the rules. I can tell you that because
They need her shooting.
it does look too rough.
Yeah.
And if you're trying to score more and you're trying to make the game move forward, you need the talent to be talented.
Mhm.
You don't need physical
Bush League.
abuse.
Yep. That's Bush League.
Overshadowing talent. And that's why back in the 80s, it was the same thing. Physical play can take away from a skilled player. And skill, talent brings in revenue, so you can't just let the non-talented players beat up on the guys that are talented or women that are talented. Why Jimmer not in the NBA? Why are these fighters still intriguing? The NBA script crazy. Another perspective. I wasn't really, when Jimmer came in, I was like mentally away from the view. I was still in my dark place, so I wasn't really paying attention. So I can't tell you why Jimmer wasn't in the NBA. I thought Jimmer was an NBA player. Maybe his style of play wasn't accepted then, it's accepted now. Some guys were just ahead of their time. Some like Nick Young, he was probably 4 years too soon. Right? The way he played wasn't accepted then.
They just now
right?
getting
It's
to where I
accepted
was
now,
going.
and it started
Defense,
probably about
offense, rebounding,
2013.
point guard, running around. I was on every
Where they
crack.
run it down, shoot it, check it, type of play started. And I know some people, like who thinks like Caitlin's crying too much, and they shouldn't change it for one player. Here's somebody.
Yeah, big ass rock right here.
In the 80s that can share what it looked like and what ended up happening.
Sure. Every time you hit him, he was going to David Stern's office, going to the commissioner's office, having a meeting about getting hit, getting fouled. You got to change the rules. I'm like, wait a minute. I watched Dr. J get beat up. I watched Magic get beat up. I watched Max get beat up. I watched Bird get beat up. I done got beat up. Everybody get beat up. But wait a minute. Now we got to change the rules because he get hit. Wow. The bull.
Yeah. Yes, they had to change the rules because he's getting beat up. Him, God, him change. You airless. Yes, the dude who is changing the league for the better. Yes, you need to change the rules for him. David Stern was smart. He's seeing the future, and he was not going to let you beat up on the future. Caitlin is one of those gateway girls that's coming in changing the rules.
There's a girl right now
And
picking up the basketball.
People are going to follow. Is she the Michael
Little
Jordan
white
of the
girl.
W? Nah, don't think so. But she's more on the Stephen Curry side.
Yep. That's why they got to change it.
That the
Let's
way
see
she
about that
plays the
stuff.
game will
Floodgate.
change rules for someone else to benefit later. You think Grant Williams kicking himself? Listen, Grant Williams should be happy he's even in the NBA. 6'4" power forward that don't have no jumping ability. All right. He suited it. You know what? He reminds me of when WNBA players is playing against men and he playing center. That motherfucker practice player, man. He's a WNBA practice player, if we want to just keep it a buck. But yeah, I'm pretty sure he's pissed off, but I mean, at the end of the day, he's better off playing than winning a championship, because winning a championship and he's sitting on the bench doesn't help his career moving forward. He needs to be out there, get some playing time. He's no PJ Tucker.
No.
He's not PJ Tucker. PJ Tucker was way more valuable to a championship team than my guy, Green. But I'm pretty sure he's pissed. Oh, listen, here's some. Any Spurs fans out here? Y'all gotta hear a player who played defense on two guys, and I don't know what y'all think, and I just want y'all to react to this. This ain't got nothing to do. Thank you, November X. Here's a hot take. I'm howling, bitch, shot for the future learner, right? Hey, look, this is a hot take, but it's hard to tell you who was. I'm gonna just let y'all. No, hey, Link, it is. It's you. It shouldn't be so aggressive. Less holding and grabbing equals more opportunity for shooters.
Yep.
Spreads the game, opens the game up, where the girls who are not physically strong can get their shot off.
Who was the better player in their front? I'm gonna say KG, because KG carried that team. Tim Duncan had help in his front.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when you thought about San Antonio, at first, you think about David Roberts, because he was the admiral, that was the anchor, he was the face of that team. And yeah, Tim Duncan came along and he had success, but I don't know if he would have been able to carry the team early on. Yeah, the way that KG did.
Man, you want to go to war with Africa. I say you don't want to go to war with a guy like Tim. Tim,
Right.
yeah,
You do.
He's a champion. I think being KG is a guy. I think being Tim.
Eight.
See, these arguments is hard, and the reason it's hard because we only know the career. We only know how the career ended, right? You can't take Tim Duncan out of his position, right? And then say, who would you have been, right? If Tim Duncan would have got drafted to Timberwolves and KG would have got drafted to Spurs, I don't know, right? Maybe the mannerisms of who Tim Duncan was is what that team needed versus a personality like KG. Right? If you look at the players that was on the Spurs team, I don't know if KG would have handled them in the correct way. There was no Negroes like that. It was no. They wasn't coming from where KG came from. So it's hard to say. Like, I just gotta take when Sheed and Bonzi. They were part of those rough and tough teams that played against both of them. And, he had to guard them. He had to guard KG, and he had to guard Tim. But it's kind of crazy when you think about basketball itself.
Almost there. Almost there.
Rasheed says KG is harder to guard, and he guarded Tim Duncan, right? Tim is easy. KG was harder. You let KG talk, Tim Duncan was harder to him, right? So it was just your matchup, who you matched up well against, and your skill set. So
KG was skinnier. Rasheed was a blockier. Like, he had more size, so he could take the bumps that Tim Duncan was given. He could also move the way that he needed to guard KG.
I guess it's the last dance for that TNT crew, and I know a lot of y'all feel sorry.
He was also like, ooh, there, he's gonna let you know he's there.
The reason I don't feel sorry,
Use
I
his
mean, I do
arm.
feel sorry because,
Long arm.
niggas is losing jobs, but, they should have been on swivel. They should have known what was coming. I knew what was coming. You know how I knew it was coming? Gil's Arena. Gil's Arena looks
This whole
exactly like what?
is itching. It's
Four
that new
man
blood,
crew.
that new flow.
Talking sports. I knew they were getting fired 2 years ago. Sometimes you just gotta step outside of your ego and start looking at what's coming and start understanding what's coming. So, hey, now look. Here's something, and this is why I be killing these guys. This is why I be killing these guys. So, y'all know how Barkley talks about all superstars teaming up, right? Teaming up, wanting to
went to
play with
Houston.
other stars,
He went to Houston. That's what he's gonna
right?
say.
Kevin Durant ain't a leader, no shit like that. Now, how this article starts off is exactly who I remember and what I was told. The world has never let Charles Barkley forget despite how great he was individually. He never won a championship. In his defense, listen to this. Barkley never truly got the opportunity like others to play with a genuine superstar in their prime.
No, he didn't. That's why he was so mad.
Wasn't Charles Barkley the superstar?
Yes. But he was 6'4". There's a difference between a superstar at 6'4"
Wasn't
and
Sir
power forward.
Charles the superstar?
Yeah, superstar. There's a difference, a total difference, and that's why he should always be
So
in the
why
top
would
50.
he have needed to play with
He was the first
a
middleman
genuine
that played big
superstar
as
in their
hell.
prime if he is the superstar? Or he was just a second option who needed someone to help him win. Like I've always said, when he was in Phoenix, when he was in Philly, and he was trying to go to the #1 team on the West, which was the Portland Trailblazers. He demanded a trade there, didn't get it. So he went to the second best team, who won 54 games the year before he got there, and went there with a team who was great. And then, when he couldn't win there by himself, he decided he was going to team up with Houston Rockets.
Yep.
Kind of made that team trash. But the fact that
I mean, that team
the
trash.
guy who's supposed to be the superstar is saying that he never got the opportunity and the genuine
He never did, though.
opportunity to play
Be
with a
honest.
superstar is fucking crazy.
He didn't get the chance to play with him in their prime.
That is crazy to even think about that. Let somebody say that about LeBron James. Man, LeBron could have got his 5th ring, but he never got to play with a genuine superstar. What? He's supposed to be getting, Charles Barkley is supposed to be getting number 2s and 3s and players around him to help him win a superstar since he's a superstar. But obviously, he wasn't. He was just a very good player that needed guidance and help to win. Hence why he probably attacks the superstars today, because he was #1. But he's a Hall of Famer. But that's why I say, stop attacking people that you were. Just because it says Hall of Fame
That's his way of
don't mean
showing.
you was on that level.
You always
Like,
there.
he was a good, great player. Great player. He was one of my favorites. I used to have the Suns in my head, and I thought I invented some shit because you put Suns in my head. Because back then we did like the Jordan sign on the Nike swoosh. We always had letters and shit back in the early 90s. I had the Suns and shit, and then no matter how I flipped it, it still said Suns, right? I thought I was clever. But to attack these superstars and tell them what they not when you weren't is crazy. They're just crazy people. Now, I don't know how to feel about this next article. I'm going to just be honest with you. This one, I don't know how to feel about this. He made a trade for Gordon Hayward, and they didn't play him.
His wife got mad. Gordon Hayward's
Barkley was on that level. He never had a legit two guy. I know he had a lot of them. Kevin. He had
Kevin Johnson. That was a good point, Barry. Kevin Johnson.
that Phoenix
Marley.
Suns. Right? Dan Marlin, they were pretty good. They were really good. It was really good. They were so good that they added Charles Barkley and made it to the championship.
Against Jordan. Charles Barkley was showing his ass. Charles Barkley was showing his fucking ass.
Lost to Jordan.
That's a
Jordan
fun
retired.
series to
You
watch.
assume that team would have been
He
back to
was
the
showing
championship.
his
To
ass.
win a championship.
But you went
You
against
would
Jordan.
have thought that they went to the championship, lost to MJ, MJ retires, and that is the team to beat.
No, Charles had expended himself so much. Then he don't train at the end of the season. He was drinking beers all summer.
Let's
That's on me.
Golfing.
But I'm learning. I'm trying to learn this team. I'm trying to learn the pace of the team a little bit. I'm just trying to be a great observer of the team as it's going through this
They're throwing
pace,
niggas out the window.
knowing that it's really going to change on its own.
No, he was an MVP, Danielle. So is everybody he bashes for not being leaders. Right? Kevin Durant is an MVP, right? Right, Danielle? He's an MVP, right? He bashes him, right? He was an MVP before he even teamed up with Golden State Warriors to become a champion. He was an MVP in his own team. Barkley wasn't an MVP because Barkley dominated the league. Barkley won an MVP because he went to the second best team in the
Western Conference.
in the West. I'm pretty sure y'all are probably young. And yeah, I'll do it for y'all. I'll do it for you. Don't worry about it. I got this for you. Let's see. Boom, boom. Suns. Let's go to Suns history. So while Charles Barkley was getting his ass whooped in the East, team horseshit. Team horseshit. Now let me tell you. So you tell me, why would someone like Charles win an MVP? All right, let's go. Phoenix Suns. This is 88-89. They won 55 games. 55 games. Just 5-5. Right? That's how many games they won. 55.
Oh my
Following year, 54. Following year, so 90, 91, 55, 91, 92, 53 wins. So